company, currently they are looking for someone, for example, financial analysis or marketing analysis. Yeah, are you interested in that? I think for you, because they already, evaluate first, okay, for you, okay, they found out like, well, you might be a good candidate for this job position. So then they offer you this information, okay. So generally, it's a quite realistic way, for like the company to get the, quite qualified candidates. So it might result in a higher quality candidates, right? Employees referral. Okay. Here it's a quick question. Yeah, you can think about it. Like, should you rehire someone who left your employment? Which indicates that there's some employee, they quit the job, right? That quit the job, it could have different reason. Yeah, and then now in your department, well, you might have the shortage of manpower. Okay, and then it's a little bit, quite urgent. If you go through this regular process, it might take probably, 2 months or 3 months then. Yeah, now all of a sudden you think about some employee, previous staff, and should you rehire them back? Yeah, maybe.
I think it depends on the reason why they leave. For example, if they leave to go and get a higher education, then it will benefit you as a company.
Yeah.
Because then you get more skills and information.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that is good. Yeah, it's not because of the conflict with the supervisor or because this employee, did not have good performance. So then, well, I think that it's a more like kind of positive then, right? So it depends on the situation, right? Yeah, that is good. Yeah, it depends on like the positive or it's a negative issue then. Yeah, okay. So then earlier we talked about this through the internal source, okay, employee referral or like a job posting in your intranet. It could be one resource. Now this is another one, external sources of candidates. Yeah. Now how do you find your job? For those of you if you had work experience before, how did you get your job? Online, yeah, I think that's a kind of quite popular one. Okay, some top online recruiting job board. Okay, as I know now, like worldwide. Okay, and that's the website for jobs, Indeed.com, right? Yeah, but locally here in Taiwan, we have this 104, 1111, yes, 123, etc. 518, yeah. I'm not that sure. Have you tried that before? Yeah. If you want to look for some, I think it also has the English version. Yeah, Chinese version versus the English version. Some students, they want to look for the internship. Yeah, you can also check for all this online, job board then. Yeah, especially the 104. Before it's the biggest one. I'm not sure currently is it still the biggest one or not. So, yeah, you can check for that. And so now recruiting via the internet. Okay, companies website we talked about it before. Okay, LinkedIn, virtual job fair. Now it's also it's also another new strategy. Okay, virtual office tool. Okay, you don't have to go there. Yeah, and by like online, then you can see their environment for that company. Okay, it's also good then. Yeah, and nowadays because of the AI, yeah, so then the way for the company to recruit for their, the employee, potential employee, is also a little bit different. Okay, here it has this applicant tracking system. It's a online system. If you are interested, at this website, Breezy HR. So here, of course, this is it's also a software system. Then for companies, if they want to they want to recruit for some new employee, they can use this software by typing like kind of the position, what they need, the qualification, etc. Yeah. And then automatically, of course, this is a software. They link to all these different online job posting board, right? So then, from this different online job posting board, they help you to get all those candidates, potential candidates. So then, of course, the candidates, they will fill out all this application form. All of this will be, be online, all right? And then they also have their, special way to screen out those candidates that are not that appropriate for your companies then. Yeah, and then after that, you can also conduct this, video interview, online interview with all these potential candidates. Yeah, so that is nowadays, it's a little bit modernized process, okay, for you to recruit for your employee. Okay, so it's I think this one is quite popular. Okay, Breezy HR. If you're interested, you can also click and check for more details. And then there's another system. It's a AI system, artificial intelligence system. Okay, they help you to screen out some resume. Okay, those are not appropriate. For example, now like for you are interested in applying for some job position. So then you fill up those. It's a little bit like a assistant. So you put all your education background, etc. there in this system. And then, of course, the company, they will get a pool of all this resume, right? And what the company, they can do, of course, they also need to like narrow down the applicant, or for them to go for next step, for example, for the job interview. But then, well, especially for some big company, they might get tons of resume. Okay, thousands of resume. But for HR staff to, like, if you need to check for all this, resume personally or manually, it takes a lot of time. So now this AI system is that you can just type in some keywords. For example, if this person needs to have some particular skill, okay, so then through this system, you select for the from all these thousands of resumes, they have this specific skill. So then it could be after they screen out this process, and then they come up with just only, well, maybe 200 only, right? So that is how it functions. It's also a little bit advanced, system, artificial intelligence system. Yeah, and of course, it also brings some bias in. Okay, maybe if there are some talents candidates, if they do not put this key term there, well, then they will be screened out then, right? So it will be biased then. Okay. Yep. And networking is also one of the sources, okay, for you to get the some job opportunity. Strong tie versus weak tie. Yeah. Strong tie, as you know, it's like kind of, there are some good friends, you always hang out with them together. Weak tie indicates there's some friend of you, well, it's you don't get together with them that often, right? Yeah. Now I want you to make some wise guess. By this networking, of course, it also brings you some job opportunities. But which type of tie can help you more, especially in your job searching? Strong tie or weak tie?
Weak tie.
Who vote for strong tie? Yeah. Who vote for weak tie? Oh, just two. Okay. Yeah. Why?
Hey, I heard some psychology book. They say weak tie will give you more opportunity because you know them, because you don't know them that much, but you heard about them. So maybe they will get more opportunity than strong Thai because strong Thai is like a close friend. You don't have that much, but weak Thai you have a lot.
Okay, and you?
Same opinion. Because I think with time we may be more fair to recommend someone rather than we are friends with them, so we may put some emotion when we recommend them to the other.
Yeah, very good. They both are correct. Actually, the weak tie can help you more, especially in your job searching. Because for the weak ties, they have more heterogeneous. Do you know this terminology? Heterogeneous. Indicates more diverse, different networking. Yeah. If that is strong tie, actually for those friends you always hang out with them, well, someone that your friend knows, I think you also know that, actually the networking, kind of the scope is not that big though. Yeah. But via this weak tie, those friends of you, they can reach, those contacts that you are not that familiar with. Actually brings more job opportunity for you. Okay? But I'm not encourage you to, you don't keep the good friendship with your close friend. No, it's not like that. Yeah. So that means like, if you could, you can try to create a little bit more for your weak tie. Actually it also brings you some more benefits then, right? And college recruiting. Okay, I think I just have several slides left. Let's finish it and then we take a break then, right? Okay, advertisement. Okay, it's also one important sources for you to locate your candidates in. Okay, newspaper, and now it's kind of quite less for people to use that. Okay, some professionals. Actually you can also put the advertisement in some professional journals, sort of thing. Okay. For you to construct the advertisement, AIDA. Actually, this is the concept in marketing. Okay, how do you construct an advertisement? It has all these components in there to drag the applicant's attention, right? AIDA. Yeah, that's, I think I can leave this for your reference. So then it brings, it attracts your attention, as a potential candidate then. Okay, it's not like kind of, you would just read through it. Yeah, right. And employment agencies. Okay, as we mentioned, this is like you will outsource this recruiting service, by some particular company, HR professions, right? So, under what kind of situation you don't do it by yourself, but then you outsource it to the HR profession, such as like, you found out it's quite difficult to generate a pool of qualified applicants. Because as we mentioned, you need to have a pool of qualified applicants. It would be better for you to find the talents, right? And then if you need to fill some opening vacancies very fast, quickly, so then you can use this employment agency, right, etc. Okay, I did this for your reference, right? And then there are some temporary workers, part-time. Okay, yeah, I think I also skip this. And then there are some other recruiting sources, because it might comes from kind of not that regular access, not that regular channels, such as in some, like retailing industry, for example, their customer, okay, could be their, potential candidates, right? Their customer, especially the loyal customer, indicates that, well, they might like the products. Okay, so then it could turn to a customer to be the employee. Okay, telecommuter or military personnel, etc. Okay, so from the past, like the data shows, it brings the sources that brings the best effectiveness to tool will be employee referral, right? And some alternative staffing, yeah, in-house temporary employee, I think I'll skip that. The internship, okay, this is important, okay, for most of you here. If you have the opportunity to get the internship before you graduate, I think it's also good. For example, during the summer break, winter break, sort of, and then I think for you it will be a little bit difficult because you have very limited time for you to work on your thesis. Yeah, but then actually for some students, they find a good job, through this internship program. Okay, they have this internship, for example, during the summer break, and then after they complete their internship program, and then a few months later they're going to graduate. And then if your performance is good there, then well, generally you can also have good opportunity to stay, okay, become permanent staff there, full-time employee there, right? Internship. Okay, some older workers, nowadays because of the our demographic trend is a little bit different now. Asian people, the population is also increasing, especially in some particular countries. Okay, so now the Asian people, older workers, is also a good manpower. Okay, for them to for the business to employ them, right? So they can develop more flexible work options, etc. Okay. Or single diverse workforce, such as single parents, minority and women, especially there's some working mothers, because maybe they delivered baby, so then they stayed at home, take care of the baby, and after the baby grow up, and then well, they need to return back to the market. Yeah, so then actually there's also good manpower then in the market, right? So for the executive recruiters, okay, some like via the headhunter, okay, it's also another sources. Okay. Outsourcing and offshoring, do you know the difference between these two? Yeah, outsourcing, you outsource some service to different companies, but then at this offshoring, it indicates this service will be outsourced to some company they located where? Abroad, overseas, right? Yeah, that indicates that you don't do this business, you don't do this task by yourself, right? You outsource it to others, of course, and then it brings better cost effective. For example, like currently, as I know, there are some companies, they outsource their call center because that's not the core competences for their business. They outsource the call center. You know what's a call center, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they outsource it to different countries. For example, like ASUS, or actually, as I know, some travel agents right now, online travel agent, they also outsource this call center service in different countries. Yeah, because now I think for us to buy the flight ticket, we always book for it online. And then I remember this, for the past holidays, my winter break holidays, my flight, has some problem. So then I called, because they have, there's a customer service phone call. And then I called it. As I know, this website, this online travel agent, it seems like it's located in, I think in Czech Republic. Yeah, but then the customer service, the one who talked to me on the phone, is India. Yeah, because I'm not that sure. Do you have any friend that's from India? Because most Indian people, they have a very strong accent. Yeah, so this is like we call it offshoring, right? It outsources some services in different country, And then of course, it's also okay, and then it's more cost effective, right? So, yep, that's about it. And now, like with our ASUS, the computer company here in Taiwan, they also outsource their customer service to in China, yeah, because there's one time I make a phone call and then some problem with my laptop, yeah, then can tell the accents is quite different then. So then I asked them, so where are you from then? They told me that they are located in Shanghai, yeah, right. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, a little bit speed up, yeah. So then we take a, what time is it? Let me check.